Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Granville. Thank you for joining me here on Harmonium for another mindful moment for your mental health. And on this reel, I'd like to talk about stress and the autonomic nervous system. First of all, let's talk about what the autonomic nervous system is. The term autonomic is everything that happens in our body automatically. The beating of our heart, the blinking of our eyelids, the growth of our hair or not, all of our metabolism, everything that's done outside of our conscious mind. And I'd like to really make a clarity here because when they talk about the autonomic nervous system and our belief systems, they talk about the subconscious mind underneath consciousness. And there's truth to that. But the, the term I've coined is autonomic consciousness because your autonomic consciousness has a bandwidth much larger than our conscious mind, what we think we can harness. When we focus our whole attention on something with intention, we can only process about 50 bits every moment continually, while our autonomic consciousness monitors 50 billion bits of information continually. And of course, that number fluctuates and expands and contracts based on where we're at in our life, who we are. But your conscious awareness, your bandwidth, grows with everything that we absorb, everything we learn, everything we read, everything we're aware of. And the autonomic consciousness came from when I was reading Candace Pert's book, Molecules of Emotion. She talks about a place in the brain where um, the superior colliculus is what it's called. It's in the midbrain, and it controls what your eyes look at. It controls everything in your field view, and it directs your attention to things that match your worldview. And it's extremely important because you know how when you are in a bad mood and you leave the house, you'll see 10 things that support that bad mood. Or when you're in a wonderful mood, you see things in your awareness that support that good mood. That part of the brain, the superior colliculus, is in charge of continually verifying, validating your ego, whatever you think and feel. It drives your belief system. This is how our beliefs manifest in our real world. It actually has a place in the eyes. The bipolar cells of the eyes take in to the photoelectric cells. The bipolar will shut off certain parts of your vision to direct your attention to something that supports your worldview. And it's extremely important. So the autonomic nervous system uses two branches to run your body based on what your worldview is and your belief system. The sympathetic is the fight or flight, and the parasympathetic is the rest and digest, where we heal, where we grow, where we're open. But when we're triggered by stress, fear, and mainly trauma, then the sympathetic nervous system takes over. It has convergent focus so that you can deal with anything that is a danger or a fear to run or fight. So that's a major difference. But I really wanted to introduce the autonomic consciousness. We will be dealing with it much deeper in our workshops and master classes because it's an amazing, amazing phenomena of how we're made. And with our triad of transcendence, the awareness, understanding, and adjustment plays in because without being aware of this, you can't understand it. And when we do understand it, we can make an adjustment in the way we show up in the world, and it leads to much better spiritual health, emotional health, and mental health. So thank you for joining me here on Harmonium for another mindful moment for your mental health.